Thank you,
Yes,
Tammy.
sir.
WHO, the World Health Organization, said that 112 Palestinian children, many of them are newborn and so on, are sent to whatever remains of the hospital because of malnutrition. It's because the aid is just not getting through. And my question to you is that basically a statement or evidence that the aid that has been going in is not enough and is not sufficient, that maybe the aid ought to be the responsibility of those who have had a great deal of experience in doing this, consistent with all the international organizations that have stated to that effect.
Well, two parts I'll answer that. First of all, there's one entity that has gotten food and aid into the Gaza Strip, and that's the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation. We know this. This has been a fact of the matter. And I think we're now up to 56 million meals distributed. So it's still within a war zone. We had a ceasefire that Hamas broke. I would say on the other issue, when it comes to the horribleness of what happens in a war zone, in this case in Gaza, it is occurring because Hamas refuses. It broke a ceasefire on October 7th. It broke another ceasefire that was attained for the Gaza Strip. It is now refusing, at least up to this point, prior to the change in the Middle East, to continue to agree to another ceasefire. They maintain their firearms. They are maintaining hostages, people they've kidnapped. And so, yes, it is horrible, and it's something that we are working to stop. But I would say regarding aid, we'll just make an admission here. It will never be enough. There will never be enough aid going into a war zone. No matter how many depots the GHF, the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation, sets up, it will not be enough, because the only way you have a normal life with enough aid and enough food and being able to live your normal life is in an area that is not at war or being held hostage by a terrorist group. So to attempt to normalize the environment that is under this horrible cloud of terroristic monsterism, of the slaughter of innocent people, the using of people as human shields, the using of hospitals as a cover for your operations, the using of schools as a cover for your operations, it is obscene. It is inhuman. So what we do in the midst of that environment will never be enough. And it is a key, though, to unlocking a door, to get to a point where you can have a ceasefire, assisting those who are held hostage by the terrorists, and being able to get to a point where you actually have a ceasefire, removing those who do not abide by the ceasefire, and then begin to build a genuinely different future for the people in that area. What a concept. So we do our best. We know it will never be enough, because the situation is obscene and unusual and unnatural. But we will do it until we also then move to change that situation for the better.